In May 1940, German panzer divisions advanced through the Ardennes forest without stopping for 3 consecutive days and nights. This continuous assault bypassed French defensive strategies completely. Behind this unprecedented human endurance was a tiny synthetic pill distributed to millions of soldiers. It was not a miracle of training, but a chemical compound called Pervitin. Pervitin was pure methamphetamine, patented in 1937 by the Temmler Pharmaceutical Company in Berlin. It targeted the central nervous system to artificially eliminate the sensation of fatigue. Before it became a weapon of war, Pervitin was sold openly to German civilians. Advertisements marketed it as a cure for depression, lack of energy, and everyday exhaustion. The substance permeated ordinary German society. Chocolate manufacturers introduced Hildebrand pralines, which contained intermediate doses of methamphetamine, designed to make housework easier for women.
Military doctor Otto Ranke recognized the strategic value of this stimulant. As director of the Institute for General and Defense Physiology, he conducted the first controlled military tests. Ranke gave Pervitin to university medical students who were sleep-deprived. He discovered they could perform complex mathematical calculations and maintain focus for hours without resting. Ranke concluded that methamphetamine was an ideal tool to counter military exhaustion. He convinced the high command that the drug could turn exhausted soldiers into self-confident fighters. Inside the human brain, methamphetamine triggers a massive release of neurotransmitters. Dopamine and noradrenaline flood the synaptic clefts, causing extreme alertness and a sense of invincibility. The chemical artificially overrides the body's natural warning systems. Fear, hunger, pain, and the biological necessity for sleep are suppressed, allowing continuous physical exertion. In April 1940, the military high command issued the stimulant decree. They ordered 35 million tablets of Pervitin for the upcoming invasion of France and the Low Countries. The drug was explicitly distributed to vanguard units. Panzer crews and elite infantry officers received specific guidelines instructing them to take the pills to prevent sleep during critical maneuvers. French military doctrine assumed the German army would have to rest after crossing the rugged Ardennes. Methamphetamine eliminated this delay, rendering French defensive calculations obsolete. General Heinz Guderian ordered his troops to push forward day and night. His panzers advanced so rapidly that even the German high command grew anxious about vulnerable supply lines. General Erwin Rommel utilized the rapid tempo to confuse the enemy. His 7th Panzer Division moved so quickly that its exact position remained unknown even to his own superiors. Letters sent home by soldiers revealed the internal reality of this advance. Troops wrote about feeling an uncanny euphoria, boundless energy, and complete indifference to danger. The Luftwaffe utilized Pervitin heavily. Pilots facing long, monotonous bombing runs over Britain relied on the drug to stay awake and maintain rapid reaction times in combat. German submarine crews facing weeks of isolation in confined spaces were also supplied with Pervitin. The stimulant kept watch officers alert during extended periods of high-stress surveillance. The artificial high inevitably led to a profound physical collapse. Once the chemical wore off, soldiers experienced severe depression, extreme fatigue, and profound cognitive impairment. As soldiers stayed awake for 96 hours, critical thinking eroded completely. Officers issued erratic commands, and soldiers experienced vivid hallucinations, mistaking trees for enemy forces. Continuous use caused severe cardiovascular stress. The military began reporting instances of heart failure among young, healthy soldiers, alongside growing numbers of drug-induced psychotic breaks. Tolerance developed rapidly, forcing soldiers to take higher doses to achieve the same effect. Physical and psychological dependency quickly created a shadow army of addicts within the ranks. Leo Conti, the Reich health leader, recognized the danger of widespread methamphetamine addiction. He attempted to restrict access, viewing the drug as a threat to national health. In July 1941, Conti succeeded in placing Pervitin under the strict regulations of the Reich opium law, officially making it a restricted narcotic for civilian populations. Despite civilian restrictions, the military high command resisted the ban. On the vast Eastern Front,
Where logistical failures and sub-zero temperatures broke human endurance, the drug remained essential.
Civilian demand remained active through black market channels. Industrial managers privately encouraged methamphetamine use to meet the escalating quotas demanded by the Ministry of Armaments. During the brutal winter of 1941, military doctors in Russia used Pervitin as an emergency medical intervention to save freezing soldiers from fatal exhaustion. As the strategic situation deteriorated, the regime turned to increasingly desperate measures. Factories manufacturing munitions expected workers to use stimulants to maintain high production quotas under constant bombardment. In 1944, Navy researchers began human experimentation at the Sachsenhausen concentration camp. They sought a new chemical formula to sustain miniature submarine crews for days. The result of these experiments was a cocktail codenamed D9. It combined 5 milligrams of cocaine, 3 milligrams of Pervitin, and 5 milligrams of oxycodone.
Camp prisoners were forced to march in circles for over 90 kilometers, carrying heavy equipment. This brutal testing measured how long the chemical could delay absolute collapse. The extreme drug cocktail proved fatal. While it temporarily suspended physical limitations, it caused rapid cardiac arrest, psychological madness, and immediate physical breakdown once discontinued. In the final months, the dependency reached the absolute top of the command structure. Adolf Hitler received daily injections containing multiple experimental drugs and stimulants from his personal physician. Pervitin mirrored the internal mechanics of the totalitarian state. It provided a short-term illusion of supreme power while systematically destroying the underlying biological structure. By 1945, Allied bombing campaigns shattered German pharmaceutical infrastructure. The Temmler factories could no longer produce or distribute the stimulant reliably to retreating units.
After the collapse of the regime, the history of Pervitin did not end. Both the West German military and the East German military retained stockpiles for their soldiers. Surplus German military research contributed directly to the post-war global proliferation of amphetamines. Militaries worldwide adopted similar stimulants during conflicts like the Korean War. The history of Pervitin exposes the reliance of the fascist war machine on total chemical manipulation. Totalitarian control extended past political systems directly into human biology itself.